1 minute ago, Keir Starmer publicly attacked Elon Musk, calling his platform X a danger to kids and demanding immediate crackdowns. Ministers were nodding, journalists were clapping, and at first glance it looked like Musk was finally being called out. But here's the thing, Musk noticed something weird, something that nobody in Downing Street seems to want anyone to see. He didn't tweet it outright yet, he dropped hints. Tiny breadcrumbs, little riddles. Cryptic posts that had the internet buzzing about a man who claims to protect society while quietly making decisions that leave millions in the dark about rules and guidelines that look protective, but are really something else completely. The UK government reacted like a bomb went off, advisers scrambling, ministers whispering furiously in corridors, Starmer himself looking off balance in a live briefing, twitching hands, clipped sentences, avoiding the words that mattered. And the timing, perfect. Elon had noticed the pattern, and it was glaring. Part of what Musk had uncovered was almost visible to everyone, a trail of contradictions, hidden priorities, and decisions that didn't line up with the story Starmer wanted the public to hear. You could almost see it in Starmer's own words, the way he danced around questions, the slight hesitation before every answer, but Musk didn't fully reveal it. Not yet. That would come later. For now, the mere suggestion was enough to set the whole government on edge, and Elon knew exactly why Starmer was in full meltdown right now. Their history goes back a while. A long, tangled pattern of clashes, public spats, and private frustrations that had been simmering beneath the surface. Every tweet, every dig, every cryptic post wasn't just random chaos. It was Musk exposing patterns, calling out inconsistencies, and forcing Starmer into corners he couldn't easily escape. It was Musk exposing patterns, calling out inconsistencies, and forcing Starmer into corners he couldn't easily escape. The first real sparks flew months ago when Starmer publicly slammed X over political misinformation and the platform's handling of UK abuse scandals. Musk didn't just shrug it off. He fired back, highlighting what he called selective outrage and pointing to a system that had ignored abuse for years. The backlash wasn't just online. It forced MPs to scramble for statements, and Starmer looked boxed in, defensive, visibly rattled. Then came the Tommy Robinson controversy, where Musk reposted support for figures Starmer had long condemned. Again, Starmer tried to control the narrative, denouncing Musk as reckless. But each statement only drew more attention to the contradictions in his own policies on free speech and regulation. Every time Starmer pushed for tighter control or moralistic framing, Musk amplified the gaps, showing that the UK's online safety rules often seemed more about silencing dissent than protecting anyone. Fast forward to today, the Grok deepfake scandal. Starmer attacked X over problematic AI-generated content, framing it as a safety emergency. Musk's camp immediately spun it differently. This was regulatory overreach disguised as outrage, a way to assert control over a platform that refused to play by the government's rules. And while Starmer called for bans and tougher moderation, Musk noticed the pattern. This wasn't just about AI content, it was about how Starmer reacts when the public or the media can see him cornered. It's about control, perception, and the narrative of authority. The implications were massive. Every new clash builds on the last, painting a picture of a prime minister who's trying to appear tough, principled, and protective, yet is consistently caught in the inconsistencies Musk exposes. From historic clashes over misinformation to today's AI outrage, the story isn't just about a platform or tweets, it's about a system, a government, and the man at its centre being forced to defend not only policies, but credibility itself. And the tension? It's electric. Starmer's advisers are constantly spinning, ministers whisper about the Musk problem, and the public debates every move in real time. For Musk, it's a chess game. Every post, every subtle hint nudges Starmer further into defensive chaos while the world watches, and the pattern only gets clearer. Then came the moment that froze the UK political machine. Musk went silent for nearly a day. No tweets, no interviews, nothing. People thought he'd moved on. But that was exactly what he wanted them to think. Behind the quiet, he was connecting dots nobody else dared to. And when he finally spoke again, Oh, it wasn't subtle. A single cryptic post appeared on X. You won't believe what they've been hiding and who's been quietly signing off on it. The platform erupted instantly. Journalists scrambled, MPs whispered, and Starmer's office? Total panic. Every advisor who thought they were prepared was suddenly reacting like they'd been caught in a live wire. The phrasing was deliberate. Musk didn't name names, but everyone knew who the they meant. The elite technocrat Starmer relied on to polish his image and enforce his policies had been exposed in the public imagination before any official confirmation. And Musk didn't stop there. He started dropping hints. Patterns of intervention, selective enforcement, messages that suggested behind-the-scenes coordination on digital policy, on speech moderation, on what the public should see and what they shouldn't. Each tweet was like a pebble in a pond. The ripples hitting deeper than the UK government wanted anyone to realise. Elon knew exactly why Starmer was in meltdown right now. This isn't just a policy clash or a tech spat. Their history goes back years. Every time Musk pushed back against Starmer, the PM looked authoritative until Musk pointed out inconsistencies nobody else noticed. Every outrage, every moral framing, every tough-sounding press release. Musk had a way of quietly proving it wasn't as simple as Starmer wanted the public to believe. And now Musk had found something bigger, something that made all previous clashes feel like minor skirmishes. The question hanging over number 10 wasn't just what Musk knew. It was how much Starmer could survive the fallout before the public demanded answers. As Musk's hints spread like wildfire, Starmer's media ecosystem went into overdrive. Press releases, talking points, quickfire interviews, all trying to reassure the public that nothing was amiss, that it was just online chatter, that Musk was exaggerating. Government spokespeople appeared on every channel, parroting the same lines. These claims are misleading. The PM's office is fully transparent. No policy secrets here. But the public wasn't buying it. Every well-rehearsed statement, every perfectly coiffed minister, every identical headline across outlets just made the gaps more obvious. People could see the pattern, the silence on details, the dodging of direct questions, the pauses when Starmer's name was mentioned in connection with tech enforcement. Social media lit up with screenshots, threads and polls. Ordinary citizens pointing out inconsistencies the mainstream media refused to highlight. Even online commentators and independent journalists were dissecting every word, every gesture, every unexplained delay. The narrative was forming itself organically. Something is being hidden, and Musk just made it visible. Memes, viral clips, and TikTok breakdowns weren't just mocking Starmer. They were illustrating the invisible hand of the state quietly shaping digital discourse while pretending everything was fine. In short, the more Starmer tried to control the story, the more the public saw the cracks. The PR armour was shiny, but every layer was riddled with holes. Musk didn't even have to say much, and the gaps in Starmer's messaging did the work for him. And the longer this dragged on, the hotter the panic inside number 10 became, as advisors realised that the public wasn't looking at their reassurances. They were reading between the lines. And then, the moment everyone had been waiting for. Musk didn't even need a grand flourish. One single post dropped the bomb. Internal documents, memos and communications between Starmer's digital policy team and tech platforms were leaked to the public. What they revealed? The UK government hadn't just been moderating content for safety. They had quietly been targeting specific voices, controlling narratives, and prioritising policies that favoured certain elite tech and media interests. Starmer wasn't just trying to protect kids online, and in Musk's framing, he was managing speech, shaping perception, and keeping inconvenient truths buried. Within minutes, the narrative erupted across social media. Citizens, journalists, and even MPs scrambled to pass the revelations. The story wasn't just about AI or Grok's mistakes anymore. It was about transparency, power, and accountability at the very top. Starmer, caught off guard, tried to respond, but every word sounded rehearsed. Every hesitation amplified the suspicion. The public wasn't just watching. They were connecting the dots themselves. Elon Musk had ignited a storm, and the UK government couldn't put the fire out. Starmer's carefully constructed image was cracking, and the nation was left asking the same question. What else is being controlled behind the scenes? For Musk, the game was simple. Expose the patterns, let the people see and watch the chaos unfold.